Hi friends, this is a twin flame journey video, and today I'm making this video to particularly tell you about what all transpired during the Loyance Gateway opening, which was August 8th. And I'm going to give you a gist of what all happened during the Loyance Gate activation or the gateway opening on my personal twin flame journey. And my intention for doing this or telling you about my Loyance Gate gateway opening and what all I went through is so that you can get validation if anything happened on your twin flame journey. My Loyance Gate opening gave me a bigger awakening into how things are going to be, and I'm happy to share this with you. So first of all, on Loyance Gateway opening, I was again like totally devoid of any resistant thoughts or any kind of resistance as such. And I could totally feel that because I had no expectations regarding the Loyance Gateway opening and anything happening for me on 8/8, or August 8th. And I did not have any sort of expectations or any 3D physical requirements regarding anything happening for my twin flame journey in particular. So I guess when a person is devoid of resistance, according to the laws, according to the universal laws, we always get something. Like even on the blue moon night, the July 31st night, I've made a video on that as well. I was totally devoid of resistance as well, and I got a huge opening towards my twin flame journey, and the same happened during the Loyance Gateway opening. And so first of all, during the afternoon, it was during the late afternoon, there was a huge downpour, in the place where I stayed. It was a huge downpour. It continued for 2 hours, and during that downpour is when I started channeling the messages on my twin flame journey for that particular day, for August 8th. I got this channel message that the rain was depicting the tears of my twin. He was actually bawling and crying out loud. His soul was crying because he's going through with his karmic debt with another karmic partner who's been placed in our twin flame journey. So he was actually, he's towards the end of paying out that debt. So it was him, I was being channeled, this message was being channeled from the universe that heavy rain or that downpour is depicting how he is feeling emotionally, how he is feeling as regards to what he thinks that he has done on this twin flame journey, as regards to how he has behaved with me in 3D. So he's very emotional, he's crying, he's bawling about that. And the rain was so much of a big downpour that I could feel the intensity of his tears. They were not just like small random tears, it was like a big emotional outburst. So, and this message was being channeled that his heart is bleeding and he's crying for me, he's crying for me. And then eventually when I let that thought go, and I was like, okay, I get it, and I respect the universe giving me this channel message, and I just lay myself to a little nap. And I did not again expect any more messages, but lo behold, I get another one. I get a series. So within 2 hours of the first message, I get another message which tells me that I get a clear sentience. A clear sentience, now I would describe it for you, for viewers who don't actually know about it. Clear sentience is when you start feeling the feelings of somebody else. And here I was feeling, in clear sentience, I was feeling the feelings of my twin. And again, it was very heavily emotionally laden. The feelings were again of tears and crying. And it was a very heavy, emotionally laden feeling. I could not control myself and I started crying as well. And I could feel that that's how he's feeling. He's feeling very sorry for whatever happened, that another karmic partner was involved, and how he did not realize the twin love in the beginning, and how he did not realize that all of my actions were coming out of pure love. from unconditional love, even when he was not present in 3D, and none of my actions were coming out of a chasing energy. So that is what the message I got through clear sentience also, and also a channel message where I was being told that he is finally beginning to realize the love, that everything was coming out of love and nothing was coming out of anything else. And he had always projected the chaser energy more, he's always he had always cast it off as being a chaser energy, and he had felt irritated. And now is when he was realizing that nothing was chasing, nothing was a chaser energy, and nothing was a irritable energy. It was all in him that he was trying to label it as that. Everything from my side was coming through unconditional love. So he's finally realizing that, and that is the reason he was crying. And it made me cry too, because I was feeling in clear sentience his emotions, And then I again let it go. I again let the second message go, and I didn't expect anything more to happen on the Loins Gateway opening. But then again, more messages were coming until the time I got myself to sleep. I saw another video. I was browsing videos on YouTube, and I came across this video which the person was broadcasting that the Matrix twin, the twin who's less spiritually aware, they're coping on this journey, whereas the spiritual twin is always knows about this twin flame journey, so has a better hold of it. Even when they're going through the dark night of the soul, they know that this is going to happen, and they have more resources, videos and other channels and literature to help them. But the Matrix twin doesn't have anything like that. He's not even probably aware, he or she. Now again, he and she are being used as masculine and feminine, and this is LGBT friendly, again, like I say in all my videos. So he probably doesn't even know, that this is a twin flame journey, and this is the reason why all this is happening. He probably just doesn't have any idea. So that poor fellow is just coping, and his coping mechanisms can also lead him to another partner, just to be able to feel better with his energy, because his energy is giving him hell of a bad time. Or even the universe plans these karmic partners, because there are still lessons to be learned. So we should not hold this against our twins. We shouldn't hold the lack of knowledge, the lack of resources against the Matrix twin, because there's this twin journey, there's a reason for everything happening. Maybe the Matrix twin is supposed to have a spiritual awakening later down the line, so that he can respect you more. He can respect you more as a female, as a male who had more spiritual awakening and did not let the journey go astray. Worked on the journey, did inner work, did shadow work, and now is a better spiritual person than the Matrix twin, so that the Matrix twin can look up to you and catch up and play catch up. Maybe that's the whole twin journey, so that one of you is the leader and one of you is catching up, so that the relationship or the union dynamics, once you get into union in 3D, are so respectful that the Matrix twin always looks up to you, so think about it in that way. So then again, after I saw this video from this lady, I again got this message as I described to you. I again let go, I was like, okay, I was very chill, and I was like, okay, the Loins Gateway opening, I wasn't relating it to anything. But then by the third message, I was like, I'm getting stuff is being channeled for the Loins Gateway opening for me, for my personal twin journey. And then the last thing that I got was that there was a model in Australia, a female model, who got burned, and she had 65% burns, and the boyfriend, he quit his job to take care of her. And when the press reporters, they asked him that he could have easily gotten hired help or paid help for her and left the relationship and gone to another person who was a regular normal person, and not 65% burned. So the statement that he gave the press and the media regarding why he stuck to that female, he gave the statement, I married her soul, her character, and she's the only woman that will continue to fulfill my dreams. That is what he said. So this was the final message that the universe was giving me regarding my twin flame journey, that my Matrix twin, or my twin, my beloved, he's coming to this point where he's realizing how much spirituality plays a role and how much soul plays a role in a spiritual connection, and how that connection, that soulful connection, is the one that should be chosen as a lifetime relationship, and not featuring on the superficiality or the looks or how the person exactly looks like, so this was a message for my matrix twin, that the universe was indirectly giving him a message that this is what he needs to do, and indirectly the universe was also giving me a message through this picture that I need to start feeling and start accepting this fact that my matrix twin is changing. He's changing from the materialistic, superficial guy to this very deep, soulful man who is going to take responsibility for everything on this twin flame journey. And he finally is realizing, because he was also crying in the first two messages, he's finally realizing that he has to marry my soul. He's finally realizing that. And what a wonderful, what a joyful thing it was for me to get all these 4 messages during the Loins Gateway opening. And I definitely wanted to share it with all my viewers so that they get reassurance and validation that things are going to be awesome pretty soon in everybody's twin flame journey. And this is a spiritual connection which never breaks off and it never goes away. And whatever bad things or the dark things that we go through, we should always think of them as a necessary evil. Because without dark, we won't know the light. So without the dark parts of our twin